What made you quit so fast? Story 1. I took a job with an armored car company thinking it'd be, I don't know, structured, secure, like at minimum not immediately insane. Monday morning, first day, I climb into the truck and there's just a crate sitting there, full of cash, like a stupid amount. I'm thinking it's staged or something. Nope, they forgot it from Friday. Forgot. A whole pile of money just chilling all weekend like it's a gym bag. Everyone's panicking, radios going off, dudes sweating. I'm just standing there like, should I be here for this? Then, this part still gets me. They hand me a gun, just like that. No build-up, no training. Just, you'll get training soon. Soon? Brother, I have it now. And I'm trying to play it cool. Like, okay, maybe this is normal. Maybe I'm the crazy one. We go out to these big stores, pulling huge amounts of cash. And it's chaos. People everywhere. No real control, just vibes and a firearm I barely know how to hold, without looking suspicious. Then one of the guys casually goes, "Yeah, my goal is to shoot somebody." What? I actually laughed at first because there's no way he said that seriously. He did. Deadpan. Just another Monday for him. That's when my brain fully checked out. Like, nope, we are not doing this. Not dying in a parking lot because Randy's chasing his weird little dream. We get back after the longest 8 hours of my life, and I go straight to the supervisor like, "Yeah, I'm not coming back." He gets mad, like I'm the problem. "Sir, you gave me a gun and a coworker with villain ambitions on day 1. What did you expect? Loyalty?" Story 2. I got hired at this big-name ski resort, like the kind with glossy ads and drone shots and people laughing in slow motion. And I'm thinking, okay, marketing gig. Finally something normal. Emails, campaigns, maybe a little social media. Cute. Day 1, they stick me in snowblower training. I'm like, all right, maybe it's a team building thing? Cross training? You know, understand the brand from the ground up. Corporate buzzword bingo. Except it's midnight. On a mountain, in weather that feels personal. Like the cold had beef with me specifically. My eyelashes froze. I didn't even know that was a thing outside of cartoons. I'm standing there holding this machine thinking, there's been a mistake, but I don't want to be that new guy already complaining. So I just suffer quietly. Day 2, I go to pick up my marketing equipment. I'm expecting a laptop, maybe a badge, a walkie at most. They hand me Sub-Zero gloves, a heavy jacket, a multi-tool, and here's where I should have clocked it. But no, my brain goes, oh cool, safety gear. Safety for what? My emails. By day 3, they drop my schedule, overnight shift. That's when I finally go, yeah, no, something is deeply off. I walk into HR like, hey, quick question. Why am I being trained like a mountain cryptid? And they hit me with, that marketing position never existed, sir. So what did I interview for? A hallucination? A vibe? I just stood there for a second like my brain needed to reboot. Then I said okay and walked out. No drama, no speech. Because honestly, what do you even say to that? Thanks for the hypothermia trial shift. I'll be pursuing opportunities where the job is real. Story 3. My wife lasted 45 minutes at this Mexican restaurant, and honestly, that might have been 44 minutes longer than it deserved. She comes home looking like she just witnessed a crime scene, and I'm like, first day nerves? Nah. Nope. Whole different level. So she clears her first table, like brand new, still optimistic, probably thinking about tips and teamwork and whatever, and goes to dump the leftover salsa like a normal human being with basic morals. Manager stops her. Don't throw it out. Put it back in the main container. I'm sorry. What? At first, she thought she misheard, like maybe there was a language mix-up or something. So she goes, wait, you mean reuse it? And he's just standing there like, this is completely normal. Like, yeah, recycle that table salsa, sustainability king. She said her brain just short-circuited. Like, you know when something is so foul your thoughts just go blank? That. No speech, no debate, just immediate internal evacuation. She lasted long enough to grab her stuff and leave. Didn't even finish the hour. I think she said bye, but honestly, she might have just vanished like a ghost out the side door. And yeah, we reported them. Because if that is what they're casually doing in front of a brand new employee, I don't even want to imagine the behind-the-scenes horrors. People in the comments were like, there's no way they got shut down over salsa. Brother, the salsa was just the opening act. That was the trailer. The health inspector probably walked in and found the full horror movie. Place got shut down a week later and never reopened. And honestly, good. Some businesses don't need a second chance. They need a lock on the door and a sign that says, "We tried and we were nasty." Story 4. I made it through 2 full weeks of training at the Maytag service call center thinking, okay, maybe this is just boring corporate stuff. I can survive this. Script reading, fake empathy, the usual, have you tried turning it off and on again energy. Then day 1 on the actual floor hits. First, real calls. And I get this older guy, like 70 plus, super polite, clearly not tech savvy, just trying to fix his stove, missing one tiny part. I look it up, 25 cents. That's it. A quarter. I've probably lost more money in couch cushions, so I'm like, cool, easy win. Let's just send it out. Nope. They tell me he has to go online, fill out a form, and pay over $10 for shipping for a part that costs less than a gumball. And this dude is already struggling just to call in. I actually paused mid-call thinking, maybe I misunderstood, so I double-checked. Same answer, corporate policy. And I'm sitting there listening to this guy apologize for the inconvenience. He's apologizing. And something in me just snapped. Like this isn't even about the job anymore. This is just gross. I get off the call, stare at my screen for a second, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to sit here nickel and diming some old guy over a 25-cent part. So I just walked out. No speech, no dramatic moment. Just grabbed my stuff and left. I'm literally in the parking lot when my phone rings. Manager or supervisor or whoever going, "You're not authorized to take a break. If you don't come back, you can forget about your job." And I just go, yeah, that sounds perfect actually. Hung up. Never went back. Because if the job requires me to turn off basic human decency, I'm good. Story 5. This was back in 1983 in Vancouver, and I swear it felt like I accidentally joined a cult with inventory. Ad said, sales. Cool. I'm thinking store, maybe commissions, normal human interaction. Instead, they load a bunch of us into a van, like fully packed, and hand out this cheap wicker furniture like we're about to redecorate the entire city one doorstep at a time. No warning, no training, just go knock on doors and sell this. And I'm standing there holding a wicker thing. Honestly, I didn't even know what it was, thinking this cannot be real life. Like, who is buying mystery wicker from a random guy in a van? I lasted maybe an hour, maybe less. I knocked on a couple doors, got some looks that ranged from confused to I'm calling the police, and I was done. Spiritually, physically, emotionally, checked out. So I go back to the van. Boss is just sitting there like some weird chaperone. He goes, "Why are you back?" I didn't even try to be polite, just open the fucking door, I'm done. Threw the wicker in the back like it personally offended me and climbed in. Sat there waiting for the others to come back, which, spoiler, none of them made it a full day either. Ride back to the office was dead silent and weird as hell. No one talking, just a bunch of strangers realizing we all got lured into the same nonsense. Honestly felt less like a job and more like I narrowly escaped something I can't fully explain. Story 6. I didn't quit dramatically. I just evaporated. 6 months into this tech startup, everything's normal-ish, right? Crunchy granola snacks, big we're disrupting the industry energy, founder talking like he's 2 TED Talks away from enlightenment. Then one day my coworker, dude, had legit government background check access, like real clearance vibes, pulls me aside, real casual, too casual, and he goes, "Hey, so our founder? He's awaiting trial." I'm like, cool, for what? Parking tickets? Tax stuff? No, stealing $50,000 worth of diamonds? Sir. And I actually laughed at first because there's no way. We're over here debugging code and this man is apparently starring in his own heist movie, but nope. It's real. Court dates, charges, the whole thing. So now I'm sitting at my desk like, do I finish this email or update my resume? And here's the wild part. I didn't even confront him, didn't ask questions. I just slowly started disengaging, like I was backing away from a wild animal. Fewer replies, camera off in meetings, spiritually already gone. Then he gets convicted, and before sentencing, disappears. Gone. Official story was no one knows how he escaped, but this man literally messages me on Facebook like it's casual small talk, telling me he used his identical twin's passport. Like, bro, why are you telling me this? I'm just trying to survive Jira tickets. That was it. I fully ghosted. No goodbye, no exit interview, nothing. Just gone. Because if your CEO is committing crimes like a cartoon villain, I'm not sticking around for season 2. Story 7. I took this produce job. Closing shift, nothing glamorous, just stacking apples and pretending I know the difference between 5 kinds of lettuce. First day is training on a day shift, and the produce guy walks me around like it's a museum exhibit. This is how it should look in the morning? Cool, neat, symmetrical fruit, got it. Then the manager calls me that night like, don't come in, we're staffed. Come in tomorrow morning instead. Already weird, but whatever. So I show up the next morning, barely awake, just trying to remember if bananas go anywhere special. And this dude, the same guy who trained me, comes in hot, like nuclear levels of mad. He looks at the section and just starts losing it, yelling, pacing, full meltdown about how the closing shift trashed everything. And before I can even process what's happening, he locks eyes on me. Oh no. I open my mouth to say, hey, I wasn't even here. Too late. This man starts screaming at me like I personally vandalized the produce section. Then, no exaggeration, he starts throwing produce, apples, oranges. I think a cucumber flew by at one point. I'm standing there like, is this real life? Am I about to get taken out by a rogue zucchini? They had to physically separate us, like 2 employees dragging him back while I'm just holding a bruised apple thinking, I do not get paid enough for food-based combat. Manager comes over, all serious, like, we're gonna fire him. We just need a statement. And I had this moment where I thought, okay, I could stay, be part of the process. Nope, I hated the job already. And now it comes with flying produce and workplace gladiator matches? I told them I wasn't giving a statement, and I quit right there. Day 2. Didn't even make it to my actual shift. Story 8. I worked at Abercrombie and Fitch for, 3 hours? Maybe 4 if you count the time I spent pretending to care during the orientation video. You know those corporate training videos where everyone looks aggressively happy? Like borderline hostage level smiling? Yeah, that. I'm sitting there thinking, ain't no way y'all are this excited about folding jeans and dim lighting. But I had a plan. Oh, I had a plan. Because halfway through, they mention the employee discount, and my brain just goes click. Oh. So this is a temporary situation. A strategic operation, if you will. I nod along, finish the video, do the little onboarding stuff, acting like I'm about to become employee of the month. Meanwhile, I'm mentally picking out that overpriced winter jacket I absolutely was not about to pay full price for. And listen, I did have a moment, like a tiny flicker of guilt. I'm standing there holding the jacket thinking, is this unethical? Then I saw the original price tag and that feeling evaporated instantly. Be serious. Bought it with the discount, walked out feeling like I just pulled off a heist in broad daylight. Didn't even make it to my first real shift. They probably expected me the next day like, what was his name? Gone. Vanished. Jacket secured. Everything went exactly according to plan. Story 9. Oh yeah, I fell for that exact same trap. Customer service role, they said. Friendly environment, growth opportunities, all that LinkedIn core nonsense. I'm thinking emails, maybe helping people reset passwords or whatever. Easy, normal, respectable. First day, first hour, they hand me a script and a list of numbers. I'm like, wait, why are there so many numbers? Why is there a script that sounds like I'm about to sell someone a timeshare in 2007? And the manager's like, just start dialing. Oh, whoa. So we're just lying now. Cool. I literally paused mid-chair sit, like halfway between standing and sitting, just buffering, cause ain't no way. I even asked, so this is outbound? Already knowing the answer, just hoping someone would lie better. No, it's customer service, sir. Who am I servicing? These people don't know me. I'm ambushing them at dinner. And the wild part? Everyone else is just doing it, smiling, getting hung up on. One dude got cursed out and just kept dialing like a war veteran. I lasted, 3 hours? Maybe 4 if you count the time I spent staring at the phone like it personally betrayed me. Tried one call, got halfway through. Hi, I'm calling about, click. Yeah, no. Spirit left my body. I dipped at lunch and never came back. They emailed me like, you didn't finish your shift. And I almost replied, you didn't tell the truth in your job posting, but honestly, not worth the energy. Story 10. I worked as household help for this French family for like a hot minute, and it turned into the weirdest psychological experiment I've ever accidentally signed up for. At first I'm thinking I'm doing great. knocking out chores fast, efficient, organized. The whole hire me forever energy. Dishes, done. Laundry, folded like a retail display. Floors, you could eat off them. Actually don't, because I'd probably get assigned re-clean the floor you just contaminated, but you get it. So I finish early and I'm just standing there, existing. Big mistake. Madame walks in, looks around, and you can literally see the panic set in. Not like, wow, great job. No, more like, oh no, I'm paying you and you're not actively suffering. She starts inventing tasks on the spot. Can you reorganize this drawer? Sure, done in 10 minutes. Now she's pacing. Maybe clean the windows again? Again? They're already so clean I can see my life choices in them. And here's the part that got me. She wasn't mad at me, she was stressed, like genuinely spiraling because I wasn't busy enough, as if my stillness was costing her money in real time. Halfway through one of these made-up tasks, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I should just slow down, pretend it takes longer. But then I'd mess it up on purpose, and that feels insane too. Like now I'm acting in a one-person play called Underperforming for Survival. After a few days of this, the vibe got so tense I couldn't take it. Every time I finished something, I could feel her watching me like, what now? What now? I quit before she assigned me to alphabetize the air molecules or something. Story 11. I took this job at a factory thinking I'd be doing security, like, security. Watching cameras, checking doors, maybe the occasional, hey, you can't be back here, chill. First shift, they're like, all right, you're on oven duty. Excuse me? I thought they meant like checking the ovens. Nope. They wanted us to literally stand there and babysit these industrial ovens like they were fragile newborns. Make sure the parts are okay. The parts. Not people, not safety, the parts. And I'm standing there thinking, I did not sign up to be a glorified oven nanny. There was nothing in the job description about bonding emotionally with machinery. At first, I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it's temporary, maybe someone called out, maybe nope. This was just the job. Just me, a giant hot metal box, and the crushing realization that I'd been bamboozled. Halfway through, I caught myself literally staring into the oven like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I'm waiting for it to say something back. You're wasting your time. Probably. And the worst part? They were dead serious about it. Acting like this was totally normal security work. Sir, if the ovens need this much supervision, maybe hire, I don't know, oven people? I didn't even make it dramatic. Just finished the shift, went home, and never came back. Because if I wanted to watch something bake all day, I'd at least choose cookies. If you've ever rage quit a job, drop your story below, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay sane out there, or at least try.